If you've been listening to my episodes in the month of January, you would have heard me talk about the Launch in 30 Days coaching mentorship program. The Launch in 30 Days is a one-on-one accountability coaching mentorship program that helps you complete one business goal. Yeah, I know everyone has created their vision boards, we've written our goals down, but without a strategy, without an implementation plan, and without accountability, your goal will just be a wish. Now, one of the things I normally do first before I create the implementation plan for my clients in this coaching program is to create what I call a customer journey map. Now, if the client is coming to me with a business goal to start a new service-based business, I first create a customer journey map. It's like a workflow. Now, if the goal is not regarding opening a business, if it has to do with maybe starting a podcast, I will create what I call a goal journey map. It's simply a map. So think about Google Maps. That's just a sneak peek to today's episode. If you're ready and excited, let's jump right in. Are you ready to streamline your focus and get clarity to start your online service-based business? Are you tired of struggling with lack of clarity, self-doubt, and the fear of being a public failure? Do you wish you had a clear plan you could follow to make your calling a reality? Hey friend, you don't have to stay stuck any longer. With a renewed mindset and a clear plan, you can start a business that fulfills your calling and makes a profit. I'm your host, Chichi Ukomado, a Christian business coach, Jesus follower, and a 7-figure service-based entrepreneur. In this podcast, I'll teach you how to streamline your focus, get clarity on your business idea, create your business launch plan, set up your business essentials, and launch your sustainable and profitable business from scratch. You will get tons of encouragement, godly wisdom, and accountability to grow in your faith and new business journey. It's time to partner with God and take your first step to start that business. You know the one I'm talking about? Yes, that one you've been putting off for a long time. When you think about Google Maps, you have the starting address and you have the destination address. So a customer journey map is simply a visual representation of your customer's entire experience with your business. So from the time they discover you till the time you deliver the service and maybe ask for a referral or feedback or try to retain them by creating a subscription service. So understanding your customer journey is the key to serving them excellently. So knowing or taking the time to intentionally map out how their interaction with you will be is key to serving them excellently, because when you have it mapped out in a visual form, you can see areas where you can improve. You can see areas where you think there'll be a potential confusion or potential bottleneck, and you're able to improve your service delivery just by mapping your customer journey. Now, like I said, a customer journey is a visual representation of your customer's entire experience from the point of discovering that your business exists to the point of you delivering the service and all the things you do afterwards. So it helps you understand their needs, your customer needs. It helps you understand the different points of interaction that your customers have with you at each stage of them discovering you, so that you can serve them with excellence and you can make their experience smoother. So I'm reminded of a customer journey map I created for one of my clients in the Launch in 30 Days program. For her, she's starting a virtual service business, and she's only on one social media platform, which is LinkedIn. So Creating her customer journey map was easy because I knew where the interaction will start. So for her, her customers discover her on LinkedIn. And after they discover that she exists as a business, they have a link to her one page bio site, a one page links site, like people will call it. I call it a one page website because it's just one page. They're able to click on that link in her LinkedIn profile, and it takes them to her one page website where they see a button to book a discovery call, view her services and pricing, ask a question. And these are the three main points of contact or touch points, like it's called, that her customers are able to interact with her, and she can draw out what that journey will be like. So if someone chooses to book a call with her, she can draw it out and see what the steps they would take after booking a call. Maybe they review her services and pricing and they decide to sign up for a service. Then they sign a contract, they make a payment, then they receive their onboarding packet, and she delivers her service. And when she's done, she sends them like a feedback form or gives them the option to transition to a subscription so she can retain them. So that is the journey. So drawing it out using a paper or pen is what the customer journey looks like. So every customer journey will have a start point or a starting point. And to discover what that starting point is, you ask yourself, where does my customer journey start? Where do they discover me? Now, I've also observed that some people have multiple starting points. So if you have multiple social media accounts, maybe you have LinkedIn, you have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have YouTube, you have a podcast. These are 5 different starting points that your customers can discover you on at any given point in time. Now, there's nothing to be worried about if you have multiple starting points, but you have to be able to channel them into one central location so that you can now take them through different flow, different journey to get to the destination you want them to get to. So it also helps you anticipate your customer needs and remove any friction along the journey, because once you draw it out with a paper and a pen, you see clearly, you are like, okay, this is what they do, then this is what they do, then this is what they do, and the journey continues. You're able to see other great examples of customer experiences when you have the journey map drawn out, like Amazon. You go to Amazon, their checkout process is so easy. You just want to keep buying stuff. Or if you've ever traveled and you've lodged in a Ritz-Carlton hotel, their customer experience is top notch. And a lot of these big companies are able to deliver such an excellent service because they always draw out what I call a customer journey map. So they've mapped out your experience. When you get to their website, it's not happenstance. It's an intentional flow that they've designed because they created a customer journey map. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. Every year, entrepreneurs create goals, and some of them don't have the strategy, the implementation plan, and the accountability they need to make that goal a reality. How do I know? I used to be one of those entrepreneurs. So one of the best decisions I made this year was to help you achieve your goal faster. I created the Launch in 30 Days coaching mentorship program to help you take action and make massive progress in just 30 days. This is the same program I used to launch my podcast in 30 days, to launch my website in 30 days, to launch several businesses for other customers in 30 days. Now, this program will give you the strategy you need to launch your goal. It has a 30-day implementation plan that breaks your goal into daily steps you can complete. It also has a weekly accountability check-in to keep you on track every week. This program is perfect for new entrepreneurs, existing entrepreneurs, wannabe entrepreneurs. So whether you want to launch a podcast like I did, or you want to build a website like I did, or you want to launch a new service, or you want to take the idea God has given you and actually make it a reality this year, this program is definitely for you. I am opening registration on January 24th, 2025, and I only have 12 spots. Because of my other responsibilities, I want to make sure that I spend quality time with everyone in this program to make sure that they launch whatever business goal they have in 30 days. So if you are one of my 12 who is ready, who is excited, committed to crush that business goal in 30 days, go to launchin30days.com to register so that you will be the first to know when I open registration. The website is spelled LAUNCHINTHIRTYDAYS.com, or you can type L30D.com. Proverbs chapter 4 verse 7 in the TPT version says, "Wisdom is the most valuable commodity, so buy it." Revelation knowledge is what you need, so invest in it. Make a decision to invest in yourself and your business this year, and you will not regret it. So, what are the key components of a customer journey map? You can also call it a customer workflow. When I say map, think about Google Maps. Google Map tells you, you put in your starting address, then you have your destination address, and it takes you step by step. It shows you the different turns and twists you should make. So the three key components of a customer journey map, number one is your customer. Who is your ideal customer? What are their needs? What are their goals? What are their pain points? How are they going to discover that you exist as a business? The point where they discover that you exist will be the first touch point they have with your business. Now, in the example I gave with my client that was starting a virtual service business, her LinkedIn profile was the first touch point that customers would discover her on. So you want to know who your customers are and how they would discover you. Now, the second key component to a customer journey map is what I call stages of the journey. So there are different stages of the journey. The first stage is the discovery and decision stage. This is where they find you. This is where they first discover that you exist as a business. So you need to ask yourself, how will my customers discover me? How do they first discover that I exist? Is it on social media? Is it through referrals? Is it through an ad? Is it through my website? So what is that touch point? How do they discover that I exist? So that's the first box you need to draw. You can say, okay, they discover me on LinkedIn. Now, after you've answered that question, then you ask yourself, what influences their decision to choose to do business with me? Now, the things that can influence their decision can be a testimonial, free content, a sales call. So in that first touch point, you can have maybe book a call, you can have maybe testimonials listed. Whatever you do, you have to realize that that is the point where they discover and make a decision to check you out, see what you want to offer. So you want to make sure that what you have in that first touch point is strong enough to make them make that decision to check you out. Now, the second stage on the journey is purchase. So after they've discovered you, the next thing they do is, okay, they've discovered you, they've decided to check you out. Now, they say, okay, I'm going to purchase. So what is your buying process like? What payment processors are you going to use? What is your checkout experience? All those things, you need to capture it in your customer journey. Now, after they've purchased, the next thing is onboarding. How are you going to onboard them? Are you going to send them a welcome packet? Are you going to send them an email? How are you going to onboard them? How are they going to get started with your service? Is it going to be a welcome email, a kickoff call, a training material, whatever it is? You need to capture that. Now, after you've onboarded them, the next thing is delivery. How are you going to deliver the service that you promised to deliver to them? How will you fulfill your service? Is it going to be a coaching session? Is it a project you're working on? Are you going to have milestones? So all these things you need to capture in the delivery. Then the last stage in the customer journey is what I call referrals and retention. Now, you can get referrals by asking for feedback. How was my service? How can I improve? Do you know someone else that will be interested in this service that you can recommend this service to? Now, this stage helps you improve your service. You can also use affiliate programs for retention to retain them, or you can transition them to a subscription offer that keeps them working with you for an extended period of time, and that can be how you choose to retain them. Now, the third component in the customer journey is what I call touch points. And I already mentioned it when I talked about the discovery and decision. So touch point is every interaction a customer has with your business or your brand. So your website is your touch point. Your email is your touch point. Your social media profiles are your touch point. Your customer support is your touch point. So every single place that they interact with you is a touch point. So you want to make sure that every touch point is representing you in the best way possible, because that is where your customer is interacting with, and everything they need to know about your business, they will find it at the different touch points you have. Now, when you have your customer journey map drawn out, it helps you see clearly. You are able to identify pain points, opportunities. You're able to see where there might be a possible friction. And one thing that I like about the customer journey map, especially with my Launch in 30 Days program, is once I'm done creating the customer journey map or the goal journey map, I'm able to use it to now create the 30-day implementation plan. I go through each step of the journey. I ask myself, what do they need to do here? What are the steps they need to do to make this outcome here possible? So in my customer journey map, every box is an outcome. So I go and I ask, what does my client need to do here to make this outcome possible? So why is the customer journey map important? The customer journey map is important for a few reasons. One, it helps you see your business from the customer's perspective. You're able to get into their shoes and see how they actually use your service. It also helps you identify gaps and bottlenecks in your customer experience, in your delivery of your service. It helps you curate an intentional customer experience. I spoke about lodging in a Ritz-Carlton hotel. When you walk in, you feel like these people prepared and they planned for my arrival, because every single thing is so intentional. You can replicate that same 5-star hotel experience by sketching out a customer journey map. It helps you, like I said, curate an intentional customer experience. You are able to personalize things. You're able to improve your service because you took the time to draw out a customer journey map. It also helps you streamline your workflows and remove unnecessary steps. It can be a tool you use to create your SOPs, because now you have drawn out your customer journey map. It's easy for you to create your SOP. You can write the different steps the customers need to take to achieve a certain result. And the last reason why it's important is because it creates a consistent and excellent customer experience. When you have your customer journey map or your customer workflow created, you're able to deliver an excellent service all the time. Just think about a pizza company. A lot of these pizza companies, they have their recipes documented. So you see the step that you need to take to go from making the dough to having a final pizza. That's exactly what a customer journey map is. So how do you start to create a customer journey map? It's simple. Use a pen and a paper and a notebook and listen to this episode. Ask yourself the questions. Go through the stages of the journey that I talked about, and using your paper and your pen, start drawing out, start thinking of the different stages your customers need to go through from the point of them discovering you till when you deliver the service and beyond, and draw it all out and see what that flow is. All right, let's recap real quick. A customer journey map is essential for serving with excellence because it helps you see your business from the customer's perspective. It identifies gaps and bottlenecks in the experience. It helps you create an intentional customer experience. It helps streamline workflows and remove unnecessary steps. And the last thing, it creates a consistent and excellent customer experience. If you enjoyed this episode and you need help to complete one business goal in 2025, then go to launchin30days.com and sign up for my one-on-one accountability coaching mentorship program so that you can make that goal a reality. The link is launchin30days.com or l30d.com. Thank you for listening to today's episode. I'll meet you here next week. Thank you for listening to today's episode. I hope you learned something new and you were encouraged to take action. If so, will you stop right now and share this episode with someone so they can get the help you just got? I would also love it if you can leave a review for this podcast on Apple Podcast or the podcast app you're using to listen. This is the number one way I know you're getting value from the content on this podcast. Until next time, always remember you have all you need to start that business. So keep listening for more episodes. I'll meet you here next week.